American Prepper coming at you from the bunker. First thing I want to say before I get in depth is remember what Christmas is really about. You know, Christmas is about Christ. You know, I don't judge no one. You know, Jesus says that, judge not let thee be judged. But why would you even celebrate Christmas if you didn't believe in Jesus? Nevertheless, it is what it is, right? You do you. You know, it's none of my business. I just wanted to, I don't know, the Lord put that on my heart. Hey, good morning, Pennsylvania Preparedness. Good Merry Christmas Eve to you too. Yeah, today is my middle daughter's birthday. So, born on Christmas Eve. So, this here video, and I apologize to everyone about that rant yesterday. You know, I do not drink alcohol, but oops, I drank 2 beers yesterday. That's all it took. And I had to get it off my chest. That's a big reason why I do this channel, really. Is, and also, you know, YouTube is free and you can learn things. All right. So, let's talk about preparedness. It's the little things that will put you in a bad situation. And I'm just going to randomly name off things, and then I'm going to show you some stuff. One, you know, if you're up north and it's cold, snowing, you're off in some back road and you get a flat tire, and you go to put your spare tire on there and you haven't checked the tire pressure in it. And I learned everything the hard way. Straight up. I'm not so smart. So, I have been in that situation and went to put the spare tire on, and the spare tire been on sitting so long, it done went flat. So, here you are, getting snowed in with a flat tire. Ooh, wow. Pennsylvania Preparedness, 9 parent. Ooh, I couldn't handle that. But also, everyone, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. That's really, I'm trying to build a channel. I want to help people. That's really, you know, a big mission in my life. I help a lot of people. I do a lot of stuff I don't boast about. But, you know, it's the little things that'll put you in a world of hurt. You have a flat tire, you don't have a spare, you don't have air in your spare tire, and you're in a place that you could possibly freeze to death, or you're out in the desert and you could possibly thirst to death and have heat exhaustion and a heat stroke. So it's the little things, such as, you know, it's really not a bad idea to carry a tourniquet with you and learn how to use one. The life you save may be your own. I mean, I carry more than one tourniquet, because if it's, you know, a massive casualty situation, I don't want to have to play God and choose who I'm going to save and who I'm not going to save. So, carry a tourniquet, learn how to use it. And I'm not affiliated with them, but I've been, well, I'm not going to go into detail, but there's reasons why I carry tourniquets, okay? And I know how to use them. And Refuse Medical sells the best tourniquet carrier I know on the market I've ever seen. Not affiliated with them. Don't know them. I did. Me and Little Miss Prepper took one of their courses because I wanted her to learn how to stop the bleed, because, well, my lifestyle, the things I do, there's a high probability that she's going to have to fix me. Well, she's had to fix me already more than once. Got videos on that. So, I wanted her to be able to tourniquet me, if I'm unconscious or whatever the situation, and I want her to be able to tourniquet herself if I'm not there. Also, use some sort of ignition, like you can carry a metal match, whatever. At least carry a cigarette lighter. You never know when you're going to need to start a fire. Like me, I will not go out in the woods without at least a lighter. Because, sure, I can start a friction fire, but, that is not easy. It's not easy as it looks. And a lot of times, I can't do it. I mean, just for whatever reasons, I don't know. Sometimes I'm able to pull it off. Sometimes I'm not. That's just the way it is. There's this thing called Murphy's Law. So, have you some sort of ignition, You don't know. You may be on an airplane. It may go down in the middle of a jungle. You don't know. And you may need to start a fire to keep from freezing to death, or to light a rescue signal, or to purify water. Many reasons to at least have some sort of ignition system on you at all times. Another thing, always have a way to defend yourself. It's getting rough out there. Excuse me. It's getting rough out there. It's getting dangerous. It's been dangerous, really, but it's getting worse. I work in the security business, and it's getting worse. So, it could just be something like this. You're like, that's not a knife. This is a knife, but if you know what you're doing, you could really mess somebody up with that little blade. Study human anatomy. It's really simple. And, a knife is, which I carry multiple knives, but a knife is a multi-purpose thing, man. It's not just for self-defense. It's, you get in a car wreck, seatbelt's locked up, you can't get out of the seatbelt, car's on fire, you need to cut the seatbelt. I mean, there's many reasons why you need to carry a knife, just besides having to defend yourself. But honestly, the main reason why I carry a knife is to defend myself. But it is a multi-purpose tool. So at least always carry a knife. And Merry Christmas Eve to you too. So, just going to show you a few things. Alright, now I like the cat tourniquet. Okay? I really do. But it takes up a little room and all, but still carry one. But I also carry a couple of these, and I know a lot of people don't like these tourniquets, and there's a legitimate reason why they don't like them, but hey, this one is easier to use, and it fits right in your pocket. Alright? So, at least always carry a tourniquet. Yeah, please hit the like button. Thank you, Pennsylvania. And, Pennsylvania Preparedness. And y'all, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. Alright. Let me put that back up, because so little Miss Prepper don't, I come on here and say I'm an MMA fighter and all that, but little Miss Prepper will beat the crap out of me because I will not hit her back. Also, carry a flashlight. Many reasons why. This is a tactical light made by Bushnell. Got it at Walmart. But, you can use this light for many reasons. One, you can shine at your enemy's eyes, blind them. And that crucial little time that they're blind, you can run away, or you can pull your blade and go to work, or whatever it is, whatever it is that you do you. Okay. I always carry a fixed blade, but I also carry a folder. This is a K-bar folder. And that's something else. I recommend, having a quality knife. Sure, a $3 knife will mess you up just like a $300 knife will. But the last thing in the world you want is equipment failure in a survival situation. So pick up cans like I do. I done ran my 7 miles this morning and I feel like hell. I'm sick, and it about killed me, but I did it anyhow. That don't kill me will only make me stronger. So, and yeah, I did yak a couple times. It's what it is, right? That's another thing. If you're able to, you need to have good cardio, because you never know how far you may have to walk for a rescue. I know people that if they would just get out and walk, they would be able to walk for miles. But as of right now, awesome. Yeah, bless nativity, everyone. So as of right now, they couldn't walk a mile or two, and a mile or two is not very far. I don't jog. My knees are too trash for that, so I have to wear knee braces when I run. But I still do it, and it hurts, and I just push through. And that cardio, you need that cardio, because I do like to fight, and I do work as a bouncer. A lot of times whoever I'm fighting, I'll just let them get tired. And under a high stress situation, just throwing hands under a high stress situation, you'll be surprised how quickly you will gas out if you are not in shape. You will be quite surprised. Oh, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am much calmer yesterday. That right there is why I don't drink alcohol, because I slipped. Like I said, I don't have no problem with me when I'm drinking. It's just everyone else does. So I do not drink alcohol, but I fell off the wagon yesterday because I was under a lot of stress, and it was only 2 beers, which someone else bought for me, because I'm not doing it. I'm not spending money on that. But yeah, I went off the rails, man. So that's why I don't drink. I don't have no problem when I'm drinking. Just everyone else does. That's why I don't drink. I'm just, thank you, Alexandra. I appreciate the donation, and I appreciate it. It happens, no judgment. Thank you. That right there. That's the proper way. So, and 1 is none, 2 is 1. I always carry 2 of these. One reason in case one fails, but also another reason, I got 1 in each hand. And well, you can see how that's supposed to be black, but let's just say it's been used quite a bit. And there's some people walking around with some funny looking scars. But you can have 1 in each hand, blind them, just really go to town if you have, or run. The best way to win a fight is to not get into one. But working as a bouncer, I have no choice. Now, I do everything I can to avoid a fight. I try to talk them down. I call it verbal judo. So try to use your verbal judo to talk your way out of it, because you never know really who's messing with you or who you're messing with. I mean, you don't know that person. You know who the most dangerous man in the room is, really. It's not necessarily the most highly trained man. It's not the loudest man. It's not the quietest man. No. It's not the youngest man. It's not the oldest man, which, an old guy's dangerous because he knows his time is short. No. It's the man that's got nothing to lose. Someone that has nothing to lose will put a world of hurt on you. Awesome, Pennsylvania. Awesome. So, you never know who you're messing with. If you're messing with some little old scrawny dude that you don't know that dude is in a bad way and got nothing to lose, well, sure, you may be able to beat him down with your hands and all that, but you don't know. He may be packing. He may go to his vehicle. He may get something. You don't know. And you might even beat him up right then. But there's this thing called round two, where he's waiting out in the parking lot for you to come out, and he might burn you down. So, best thing to do is just try to avoid it. Hey, Ashton. Ashton's on here.
Hey, son.
So, the best way to win a fight is not to get into one. But you cannot conquer an irrational person with rationality. Does not work. Speaking from experience. So, sometimes you may be in a situation where there's no way around it. You absolutely have to defend yourself. And like me, as a bouncer, I can't pull a knife out, and unless they pull one on me. So I just use them lights. Works great. Or the good old hot sauce. Let me get it. The good old hot sauce. Hit them with that right there. Occasionally, though, like me, I don't know what it is. Something's just wrong with me. I'm messed up in many ways. I am far from perfect. But me, you can spray me with this all you want. Sure, it'll burn my eyes, but really it just makes me angry. But most people, this will stop them. When you spray somebody real good with this and they keep coming, you got problems. So you may need to pull your weapon. Also, on my keychain, I just carry something like this. It's a little multi-tool thing, right? But that way I don't have to pull my, if I need extra, because I'm like, man, I need help winning this fight. I just don't have enough to defeat this person, so I need to set myself up in the best possible way to give me the upper hand. So, if I have to, I'll just reach in my pocket and pull this out. And this thing will really train wreck someone. And it's legal. It's not really considered brass knuckles. So that's great too. Just things, And you may be uncomfortable carrying stuff at first. But after a while, you'll even forget you have it. So that could be a problem too. I've seen people and it would have been a justifiable shooting. They were in the right. They could have smoked the person and legally been okay. But while they were getting beat down, they forgot they had a gun on them. So And you can train and train and train and train, but you have to be sometimes in the real situation, because under stress, you're not going to know how you're going to react until you've had to react under stress. I thought it was a felony to hit someone with anything but your hands. Hey, it's like this. If I'm working and or if I'm doing anything, if I'm getting beat down to the point that my life is in jeopardy, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to win that fight. If I got to run them over with a car, I'm going to run them over with a car. If I got to push them off the top of a building, I'm going to push them off the top of a building. I'm going to do whatever I got to do. And, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Because I had the mentality of no matter what happens, I'm going to make it back home to my wife. So, it is what it is. And, let me see. I got so much stuff over here I want to show you, just quickly. Just to, be prepared. Make sure, like I have to wear these knee braces. Actually, these kind are the best. These are the best knee braces I've ever come across. They're made by, what's the name of them again? Rehab bands. They're rehab bands. And I wear these when I run to keep from destroying my knees more than they already are. So protect your knees. I would actually recommend wearing these even if you don't have knee problems, to keep from getting knee problems. And of course, I'm a fighter, so I got this water squirt bottle, when I'm training and all, but always have you some water in your vehicle, because you never know. And without water, they say you can go 3 days without water. Well, opinions vary. It's all according to where you're at. If you're down here in Florida in this heat, and you're way out in the woods or way out somewhere, or, nowadays, you can be on the side of the road and cars driving by and you need help, and they don't care. They just keep driving by. So, you can go a good minute. I'm speaking for myself. I can go a long time without eating. I got a self-discipline. Obviously it's not that good because you seen me yesterday. But I'm pretty well self-disciplined. It's something that most Americans lack, because it's so easy just to be soft nowadays and make it through life. Well, until something comes along where you need to be hard, and oops, you haven't been exercising, you haven't been doing nothing but running from the air conditioner in your house to the air conditioner in your car to the air conditioner in your office where you work, that you gotta have that cardio up. And also, it's healthy, that's good for you. There is a such thing as a runner's high. Yeah, I've seen somebody, it puts the lotion on the skin. I've seen that movie. I know what that's coming from, but they are evil people out there that do things like that. That's facts. Human trafficking is real. So keep an eye on your ladies. Keep an eye on your children, because it's getting bad, man. And the business I work in, I see a lot of bad stuff. And also, if you're not into lifting weights and you're just too lazy, or you're injured, or whatever excuse you have not to lift weights, because lifting weights will make your bones stronger. It's just great for you. And sometimes in a fight, unfortunately, it'll be down to just sheer strength, not technique, not this, not that. Sometimes it'll be just sheer strength. So you want to have some strength. But if you're not going to lift weights, not going to do push-ups, you're just going to let yourself go and just, because I get it, it's a self-discipline. Some people's just not going to do it. It is what it is. But what you can do is you can go down to Walmart and buy you some of these right here. And this is a multi-purpose thing. The main reason why I do this for hours a day is for weapon retention. Way I can hold on to my weapon regardless of what kind it is. Even a pew-pew. If you got that G.I. Joe grip, it's not so easily for someone to knock that weapon out of your hand or take it out of your hand. And I also, when I'm stressed out, say, you're at work and, there's always that person at work that you're like, oh, man, what I would do to that person if it was legal to do. Just, there's always that one person that aggravates you, gets you aggravated and all. And if you do anything about it, you're going to lose your job. 160 kids were rescued just yesterday in Guatemala. Yes, see, human trafficking is real. But also, this is a great way to go, man, I wish I could if I would. It's a great way to relieve stress. And while you're relieving that stress, you're also building that grip. Because that grip is very important. Grab someone. You may be falling off something. To grab a hold of something to keep from falling down and being unalive. You never know. So having a strong grip would be the first thing. That and my cardio would be the first things I would work on. And if you can't run, also, well, I'll get to this in a minute. This is a trainer knife. It's made by Cold Steel, but it's a trainer knife. It's not a real knife. Okay, it's made for training. So, and I have a whole playlist. I'm an edge weapon specialist also, and I have a way. I've taken so many classes of everything. It's crazy. But training with one of these, make sure you wear eye protection, because even though it's plastic and all, you can still get your eye put out. So wear eye protection. And it's just good fun. What we like to do is we'll get red lipstick and rub it here and put on white t-shirts and just go at it. And then when we're done, we look at each other and see where we got the other person, because the lipstick shows. We use red lipstick on that white t-shirt, and it shows where you've gotten them at. But if you can't run for whatever reason, maybe you live somewhere where it's not safe to run. The good old jump rope. Good old jump rope. I have the two. I got the speed rope and I got this rope. I use both. And, this is a challenge for you. If you think you're in good shape, You're like, oh man, I'm in good shape. I'm good. Get you a jump rope and jump it 3 minutes or 5 minutes without stopping. Then you'll see how good a shape you're in. Because, if you're not a child just playing all the time and jumping rope and all, you'll find out real quick you're not in as good a shape as you thought you were just by jumping a rope. And also, it is a great workout. Jumping a rope works on your cardio and really works on a lot of muscles. So that's a good thing. And if you're like me, and I just like, I'm a Christian, but I'm a poor, excusive one. But I try. I'm trying so hard. But I do have anger issues. It's just facts. I'm not going to lie. So, if you're one of them people that like hitting stuff when you get angry, well, you need to be careful with that. Because I can't tell you how many of my buddies I've seen hit stuff and bust their hands to pieces. Absolutely no excuses. So, if you like hitting stuff, first of all, get you some good hand wraps. And then some gloves. So you don't break your hands. I literally use these to cage fight with. These are my favorite ones. These are great. Matter of fact, these have been my cage fighting gloves for many years now. These, I usually go through gloves like crazy, and I got different gloves I train with, but these things really last. They're great. And that way you don't break your hand and go, because most people like me, a lot of times I am my worst enemy. If it weren't for Little Miss Prepper doing everything she can, I would have done self-destructed. I'm a very bitter and angry at myself. I do have post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'm very angry at myself for things that I've done, and nobody's perfect. Also, inside here is these bands. You don't got to go out and buy a bunch of weights that take up a whole bunch of room and all, because I live in a 6x10 shed. I've lived here for 8 years now, or longer. But these don't take up no room, not really. But you can get a good workout with these. And I don't have room to put no weight, hardcore equipment in here. And I don't really need to, because, with that, and there's nothing wrong with lifting weights. Don't get, but if you're not careful, I see a lot of weightlifters get injured all the time, especially the rotary cup. But these bands, you're less likely to get injured. And I already deal with so many injuries because I have lived a very rough life my entire life. And so if I woke up in the morning and I wasn't hurting, I'm like, oh, I'm in heaven. I'm dead. Yay. Because my body hurts. So if you're going to be crazy, you better be tough. Because when you get older, you're going to be hurting. And, just taking Tylenol, to deal with it. Man, that stuff is doing nothing but destroying your liver. So sure, yeah, I take a couple Tylenol. I'm not hurting, Not me. I'm done with Big Pharma. No more Big Pharma for me. Not a doctor. It's not medical advice. But in my opinion, they're trying to get us addicted to Big Pharma through the food that you buy at the grocery store and the stuff that they put in the water. And it's just about that money, man. And control. Because, you keep eating on garbage food, which even the so-called healthy food they sell at the store, no, not really. That is why I do wild edibles. I'm not eating no vegetable from the store. Couple reasons. One, pesticides. This is loaded with pesticides. And I've done enough damage to my body in my misspent youth to be putting any other foreign crap in my body that don't belong there. So, but these wild edibles that I pick, there's no pesticides. Yeah, death row. So I was addicted to pills and heroin 9 years clean now. They do want us all hooked. Yes, they do. I absolutely agree. And I'll tell you how I know. Because I was addicted. Them jokers, see, when I first started having post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms, because, I thought I was a tough guy, and getting some firefights and just, I'm not even going to go there, but I don't want to trigger it. I'm already dealing with enough stress right now. But I started having anxiety, man. And well, let's just say the people that I work for, they would just give you anything just to get you back out there. Anything. It's like, oh man, I hurt my back. Well, here's some Oxycontin. Take it. Get your ass back there and get to work. Oh, you're having anxiety? Here's some Xanax. Take them. Go. Well, I didn't know that them dang Xanaxes. How you doing? Thank you for being here. I didn't know that them Xanaxes were addictive. I didn't have no clue. All I knew is when I took a Xanax, I didn't have an anxiety. And it felt like somebody lifted an elephant off my chest. So I thought that was a good thing. Well, after taking them things for a couple years and just realizing, man, dude, these things make you lazy, and just the side effects from them were just too much. I'm not a lazy person, but I noticed I was just tired all the time, and I figured it out. I said, man, it's got to be these pills. So I just being, not so smart, because I'm not a genius. Although my IQ score would surprise you. But I'm still not a genius because I do stupid crap all the time. But, so I didn't think about, oh, you need to wean down. No. I said, I'm not taking these no more, and I just poured them in the garbage. Well, I've been taking them for a couple years. So, the next day, I'm like, man. Next day, that detox was hell on earth. And guess what? The garbage had already ran. I literally went back to the garbage to get some, and nope, garbage got took out and already ran. And you only allow so many a month. So, also, imagine being addicted to something and then losing access to that. You're going to be in a world of hurt. So if the shit hits the fan and you're addicted to drugs, and do you want to be detoxing while shit is hitting the fan? No, you don't. I promise you that. Because right now, I'm detoxing off the psych meds because I'm not. And again, I cold turkey them. Here we go. I'm one of those guys that I go all the way, or I just don't do it. Little Miss Prepper, it aggravates her. She's like, you just cannot do anything in moderation. You got to go all the way. And It's true. That's just my nature. I've tried to change it, but I can't. If you don't seize out, you are lying. Man, dude, let me tell you what. When I was coming off them Xanaxes, I had seizures. I had everything, man. I thought I was going to die. If it weren't for my wife, I would have done something about it. Something not good, because it was a living hell. How old Bingo said, "How's living in a shed bum?" All right, we got a narcissist in here. Good to have you, narcissist. But I'll tell you how it is. It frees up my resources so I can help people. And I'm able to do things that you're not, because I don't have to pay. All I got to do is pay property tax, which is $4,000 a year, by the way. But yeah. So it is what it is. So, I really don't care. I work as a bouncer. I'm called all kinds of names. I really don't care. I really don't care. I just don't give a shit. And YouTube attracts, different types of people, but, you see all these trolls in here. They're just narcissists. But you know what? They're giving me watch time, so whatever. And I'm used to dealing with narcissists. I usually bash them, but they're hiding behind their phone or their computer. And, if I really was to get really pissed off, I do know how to get people's IP addresses. So, but I'm not doing that. I don't give a damn what you say about me. Don't bother me one bit. Like I said, it just shows how childish and how immature and how hateful and how disgusting you are. So, you want to look like an idiot? Go right ahead. Make a fool of yourself. I could care less. I don't know you. You don't know me. And if you do know me and you know where I live, you best contact me and we'll meet down the road. Because if you come here, it's going to be the last place you come. Somebody going to get hurt. It might be me, but going to be somebody. And I am little Miss Preface right here. Am I prepared and seriously waiting on getting attacked right now?
Of course.
Yep. So, try me if you must. But I am prepared. And I am literally waiting on for someone to show up and try something. Because I do got beefs with people. You can't be a bouncer and not have beefs. And obviously now on YouTube. You big dummies. But anyway, it's causing all this crap. Whatever. I really don't care. You guys don't. Since those guys started talking all that trash, my subscribers went up. So I'd appreciate it if y'all subscribe to the channel. It's like punching a narcissist right in the face, okay? When you subscribe to my channel, as my channel grows, they get so angry. Like they say, "Oh, you bought your subscribers." No, hell I did not. I earned every one of my subscribers. Hey, good morning, South Florida. Good to have you here, brother. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old. You got that right, Dave. I'm old. Yep. One day you might be old. But
it happens to everybody.
But let me tell you something. The best teacher is experience. And, the older I get, the more dangerous I get. See, that's the bad thing about growing old as a man. When you get old, other men don't see you as dangerous. But that could be further from the truth. Because the older I get, I know. I don't think it. I know I'm going to die. I have seen a lot of death. So, I know every heartbeat is a heartbeat closer to death. And because I am old and the men of my family tend not to actually, I'm very old. The men of my family don't live to be old. So, knowing that my time is short, that makes me dangerous. The most dangerous man in the room is the man that feels like he has nothing to lose. So, yeah, I'm old. Go ahead, start some shit. Because, if and I working as a bouncer, I can walk in the room and size everyone up just like that. Because that's what I do. And I will do whatever I have to win that fight. If I got to pick something up and knock you slap out with it, I'm going to do it. If I got to act nice and then just ease around and flank you and come up behind you and choke you out until you pass out and mess your pants up, because that happens when you are rendered unconscious and yoked out and dragged out and slammed on the freaking concrete, all right? And I don't care how big and strong you are. I get that hold on you. If you ain't got a knife on you, you ain't getting out. And not only that, I'm not choking your oxygen. I'm stopping the blood to your brain, so you literally only have seconds to react, and you're going to be unconscious. That's the benefits of training. That's why I take jiu-jitsu. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, Golden Glove boxer. Just look at the channel. It's there. I got many belts. And I earned them through blood, sweat, and tears. Awesome. You could get out of that hole with your hands. Good for you. Well, then, I guess I'd have to cut you. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win that fight. So if I got you yoked out, and if I'm like, man, I can't beat this guy, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win that fight. And if I have to unalive you, I will unalive you. I don't want to. Don't force me to. There's a reason why I have post-traumatic stress disorder, I promise you. So I don't want to unalive anyone ever again. And I pray I never have to. But I'm going to do what I got to do. Straight up. That's awesome, man. Me too, and I'm fast. Cool, man. I've been in a fight or two. So, and also another thing, when you see those big, heavy guys, and you're like, I ain't worried about that guy. He can't do nothing. Look, every time that big, heavy guy stands up, he's pressing 300 pounds with his legs. So, a lot of those big guys are deceitfully very strong. And there's a reason why there's weight classes in professional fighting. Because that extra weight will give you advantage. Yeah, they just want to be me. You got that right. But hey, thank you, Ashley and Charlie. Ashley and Charlie said, Merry Christmas, family. Awesome. Merry Christmas, everyone. But no, you really don't, because I live in an 8x10 shed. Because I can't live in an apartment complex. My PTSD is so severe that it would be a dangerous situation for the other men living there. I can't live in a trailer park because it would be a dangerous situation. So I have to live this way. I have no choice. It is what it is. So whatever you plan on using, because, just with a knife, and this is not a real knife, this is a training knife, but someone can have a gun and I could just have a knife. If I get close enough, that gun ain't gonna help you at all. Matter of fact, you'll be too messed up to be able to get a hold of that gun. I promise you. A knife can put a world of hurt on you in a very short amount of time. That's why I recommend carrying a knife. And really, I'm an edge weapons specialist, but really, who's a knife expert? Even a 4-year-old kid knows how to cut a steak. So, I recommend carrying a knife for many reasons, but also for self-defense. And of course, if you can legally, whatever, if you can carry a pew-pew, carry a pew-pew. But don't just think because you got that pew-pew that you are safe, because that's not true. There's been many people that there's been many people that's been armed that got unalived. So just because you got that pew-pew, that don't mean nothing. Not really. So don't be overconfident just because you have one. Such as, like I said, you got that pew-pew. If I come behind you and grab a hold of you, I may take your pew-pew from you. And I'm one of those guys that I wouldn't give it back under any circumstances. There's no way in hell, if I have to take a pew-pew from someone, that I'm going to give it back to them so they could use it on me. No, not doing it. This channel is about fighting, yes, and about survivability, because fighting is a big part of survivability. Hey, thank you, Go. Merry Christmas Eve to you, too. Thank you, Go. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. I'm doing a lot better today. I just had to get that off my chest yesterday. I apologize about that. That's why I don't drink alcohol right there. Because that's the way I act when I drink that crap. And it's really kind of embarrassing. But whatever. No shame in my game. No regrets. Which, that's not true. I got a lot of regrets. Alright. Make a mess over here. Let me see what I got here. Huh. See, just something like that right there, That could be a lifesaver. Many reasons. If nothing else, just to cut the seatbelt off of you if the car's on fire and it's stuck. Just a light like that. Shine in someone's eyes. Run or do what you gotta do. These right here are sleeves I wear. They got metal weaved into them. They're slash resistant. When I go to work doing my job, I do everything I can to give me the advantage. And man, knife seems to be the weapon of choice lately. So I wear these sleeves just to keep them get cut up too bad, because I do got a video on here where I'm cut up and my wife had to sew me up. And, I just all kind of protection I wear. I wear this stuff on my elbow and my forearm. Over the sleeves. That way I can forearm you with this. Or elbow you and, just all kinds of stuff. I'm a gear guy. Now I know, nothing beats training. But having the proper tool for the proper job is really important. So I'm a gear guy, I got my knee pads left over from the job I used to do. You know, I'm a gear guy. I got all kind of crap. You know, first aid kit, just all kind. I even wear these because let me tell you something. These are shin protectors for playing soccer. Well, I'm gonna tell you a trade secret. I put too much of my business out here. I've been warned about that, but I really don't care. It is what it is. I wear steel toe boots at work. Well, they are work boots, right? The other bouncers, when I first go somewhere, all right, cool. The other bouncers, they wear tennis shoes because a bouncer is not supposed to be sitting down ever. So, and where I work is 12-hour shifts. Head of security there. And 12 hours on your feet with steel toe boots. But those steel toe boots, if you with bad intentions field goal kick someone in the shin with those steel toe boots, which really doesn't take no training, no karate, taekwondo, crazy fancy, just a good mean kick to the shin with steel toe boots, that person is going to be in a world of hurt. So since that's one of my go-to moves, is usually that's the first thing I do when I have to get somebody out of there, is they're trying to put hands on me, they're just doing something where I call it pain compliance. I'll just field goal kick them with bad intentions right in the shin with them steel toe boots, and it hurts really bad. And not only that, if you got bad intentions, you get them on the ground and you're on your feet and you got steel toe boots on and you're kicking them, you're going to hurt them bad. So don't end up in prison, okay? Don't do that. Be the good guy, not the bad guy. Because, when you're the bad guy and you're sending them down range, well, guess what? The good guys are going to be sending them up range. So that's how that works. The bouncers at our club sit on a stool and check IDs. Now, well, okay, that's cool. But I've been doing it for a long time, and if you're sitting down, you're at a disadvantage if you get attacked. Straight up. Sitting down, it's like you can get pushed over, chair kicked out from under you. I could grab that stool and make you face plant right on there. There's many things I could do to you sitting down, to where if you were standing up, well, then I got to walk through you or die trying. So, in my opinion, sitting on a stool is putting themselves, because working as a bouncer, more bouncers get killed than cops. So, working as a bouncer is a very dangerous job. There's always that idiot that can't handle his alcohol, like me.
And all the clubs you worked at, the door girl checks IDs and the bouncers bounce.
Yeah, and all the clubs, the limits prepper, just all the clubs I work at, the door girl checks the IDs, and the bouncers bounce. I mean, why would you have your bouncer sitting down checking IDs when anyone could do that? That's a waste of money and a waste of resources. My bouncers, and I test them And 99% of my bouncers are professional MMA fighters. So they are going to put up one hell of a fight. And have fun while they're doing it. So, and also, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. This channel is under attack. I got a bunch of little channels that are ganging up on me because they're angry that I have so many subscribers. So, if you want to punch them in the face for me, just subscribe to the channel because it hurts them worse than them getting punched in the face. So, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. Got a lot of information on here that'll teach you how to live on little or no money, such as this shed right here. It's one of those buy pay here sheds on the side of the road. 8 years ago, it was $150 a month for 2 years. And down here in Florida right now, just to rent something in a dangerous neighborhood is over $2,500 a month. I can't afford that. And the housing market down here, there's no way I could afford a house. Nope. So, that's another reason why I live in this shed. For economic reasons. I do have bills. So I still have to pay. And I really don't mind living this way. Because I have to live somewhere where I can control the environment. Yeah, like I said, sitting on that stool, I don't allow my bouncers to sit down. Nope. If you can't stand up for 12 hours, well, you're not in good enough shape to do that job. That's just facts. Because I don't care how good you are, I don't care if you're like, I've never been a fight in my life. When someone tells me that, I'm like, man, you must be able to run fast, or you must be able to be slick talking, or I don't know how in the hell somebody could go through life and not be in a fight. But I guess it's because of the life I live. But, if you're able to do that, yay, what's up, get her done. If you're able to go through life without getting a fight, well, good for you. Really, good for you. But if you're still breathing, it ain't over. So you may end up getting in a fight. And if you've never been in a fight, and you fight someone that's been in a fight or two, you are at a severe disadvantage. I promise you. Sweetie, can you put this back over there? But yeah, I just want to show some stuff. There's more stuff in there I want to show you, but let me see what else I got. This is my bouncer bag, stuff. I'm obsessed with lights because, it's dark in there and I shine them. It's just like shining a deer. They're like, and then they're at my mercy. Oh. Here's my earpiece that hooks to my radio so we can communicate throughout the whole club with each other. And one is none, two is one. Here's the extra set of those sleeves. And some nights, when I don't know, I got this thing about me to where I guess it's my post-traumatic stress disorder, or maybe it's an instinct. I don't know, but or I can just feel it. That, man, I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just feeling dangerous tonight. I'll put on both pairs of those and double up them sleeves. One is 9, 2 is 1. And getting cut, it really doesn't hurt. I've been cut and not even known it. But that don't matter. You get hit in like, for instance, in most fights, everybody's like this. Well, if you got a good sharp blade and you reach down there and cut the inside of that thigh and hit that femoral artery that's that big around, if that thing's not tourniquet, in less than 2 minutes, it's over. They will expire. So don't do that unless you plan on going to prison, or if you absolutely have to keep from getting unalived, or you're protecting your family. Are you looking for people to fight you? No, not right now. The people that I want to fight, they already know it. So it is what it is. And they won't fight. I can't tell you how many people said they were going to fight me, and I did my fight camp, trained up, lost a lot of weight because we got to be within 10 pounds of each other. And I show up, get my hands wrapped, ready to rock. And they don't show up. So, a lot of people do this. That's easy. That's easy. A lot of people do this. That's easy. But, and then in the moment when they're doing that, they may think they want to fight. But if they get lucky and talk to someone that really knows me, like, such as my coach, he would strongly recommend you not do that, because there's crazy and then there's crazy. And one could say there are times that I am batshit crazy. That's part of my post-traumatic stress disorder, and it is what it is. But, there's a reason why I got that no fear tattoo on me. I'm not afraid. I'm actually looking forward to dying now that my mom passed away, because I want to be with my mother. And, and then everything won't hurt anymore. So, if it weren't for my wife, I'd already be with my mom. But it is what it is. So with that, I'd appreciate y'all if y'all subscribe. Also, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that very much. It really helps. And most of all, please pray for me. I really need them prayers right now. I'm really going through a lot. This will be my first year without my mom and dad. They both died this year, So this will be my first Christmas without them. And it's already hurting bad. So, and it's, for me, when I'm sad, it's just like Master Yoda says, my sadness turns into anger and turns into rage. And I'm not happy with myself, because I was just a hellion. And, my mom was only 71 years old when she passed. My mom was only 16 years older than me. So she was like my best friend and my mother. Thank you, Go, 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 for your prayers. Thank you so much. And what's my star sign? Scorpio. Scorpio. So, just please pray for me. I really appreciate that. Pray for your enemies. In the Bible, it does say that the Lord will deliver your enemies to you. So, I'm ready. I'm waiting. Are they just talking? Probably. But me, I don't take no chances like that. So, I am expecting someone to show up. And a lot of times sitting here, I'm like, I wish somebody would. So, also pray for me about my anger issues, man, because that's a big reason why I still MMA fight, just to get it out, you know, or box or kickbox. Any way anybody wants to do it, I'm down with it, man. I enjoy it. Not a badass, not a tough guy, just batshit crazy, and I like to fight. I'm one of the few people that enjoys getting punched in the face. So, Go said, I'm looking to get familiar with motorcycles, APP. What advice do you have? First advice, don't get one, man. Don't get one. You can get hurt so bad on those things. I'm the president of a club, and the most dangerous thing about being in a motorcycle club is the motorcycle. So, but I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I ride. So if you're bound and determined to get you a motorcycle, I ride a Harley because, you know, that's pretty much, you have to have a Harley to be in the club. But if you just want a good bike to cruise around on and take it easy, you know, wear your safety gear, wear your jacket, wear your helmet, wear your gloves, wear your boots, wear all your safety gear. And I would recommend a Honda Shadow, because that thing will run forever, because those Hondas are built really good. And it's a nice cruise bike. You know, it's a nice, comfortable bike to cruise around on. Just get you a Honda Shadow. They're inexpensive compared to most other motorcycles. You know, so I'd get a Honda Shadow. Now, if you're hell bent and bound and determined, you know, get what you want. You know, get what you want. But me, you know, I recommend not getting one. But if you're going to get one, oh, thank you so much, Cat Girl. Thank you for that donation. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That just warms my heart. Thank you so much for that. It really means a lot. And I do need it. But thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you. I won't talk more about your benzo withdrawals, but I want you to be honest about it. I done went through the benzo withdrawals a long time ago. I'm withdrawing from something else now. The benzo withdrawals were when we lived down there. How long ago?
It was
10 years ago? Almost 15 years ago is when I went through the benzo withdrawals. And, man, that about wiped me out. But now, I was on some other medication for my post-traumatic stress disorder, and I poured it in the garbage because I got sick of the side effects. And these withdrawals from that particular drug is not as brutal as the benzo withdrawals, but it's pretty rough. You know what? I'm a grown-ass man. I chose to take that stuff. Now I choose not to take it. And so that's on me. But yeah, when I was withdrawing from them benzos, man, I thought I was going to die. I mean, literally, seizures. I mean, it was hell. So, people, please do not get addicted to prescription drugs, because there may be a time when you cannot get them. And if the shit hits the fan and you cannot get those drugs that you are addicted to, and you're detoxing when you need to be at your highest level of performance, you are going to be in a world of hurt. You're going to be in a world of hurt, period, even if the shit don't hit the fan and you can't get them. So, please, I'm begging you, and I normally don't beg nobody for nothing, but I'm begging you, please do not get addicted to those stupid prescription drugs. Those doctors are handing that crap out like it's candy. It's big pharma, man. And not a doctor, it's not medical advice, but my opinion, big pharma is evil. One could say that, it's a potion and they're practicing wizardry, okay? So, that's just the way I feel about it. And I'm not doing it. If I can't handle it naturally, well, then I guess I'm just going to die. God got me. I'm good. So, be prepared, not scared. But it's the little things. Like I said, make sure your spare tire has air in it. Make sure, where's that water container I carry around? Is it sitting out in the open? No. I always carry water containers around with me, even on my bike. Because a lot of times we will ride way out in the middle of nowhere. And, there's no spare tire on a motorcycle. And I don't know why I'm so prone to getting flat tire. I do know why, really, but I go places I really shouldn't. But, I get a flat tire way out in the middle of nowhere and down here in Florida in this heat. It's just a miserable not having water. So, and it could save your life. And I always carry around a metal water container, and I always carry around a source of ignition in case I got to get ditch water and boil it and drink it. There's that too. And, a lot of people, they say, no matter what, I would never risk drinking water that was not boiled or sanitized. Well, if you can't boil it for whatever reason, if you can't make it safe to drink for whatever reason, look, but you're about to die of thirst, you're better off to be found sick from drinking bad water than you are to be found dead from dehydration. That's just facts. Now, a lot of people argue with me about that, but they don't know what I know. They haven't done the things I've done. But a real experienced person knows, look, if I have to drink that water that could possibly be contaminated, or I'm going to die, well, then drink the water, because it may be 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks before you get sick. And by then, you may be rescued. And if not, you're not going to go 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks without water. Now, if there's any way possible that you can make it safe to drink, you do that. Because if you drink bad water and you get diarrhea, you're going to get dehydrated even worse. But if you're on the point of death, if you don't drink something, just go ahead and drink it. Not a doctor, not a medical advice, but that is what I learned in survival school. Yeah, took a lot of schools. Don't mistake this southern drawl, and I have pronunciation problems because I do have a little bit of brain trauma. I was in an explosion, and I did have a heat stroke because I was an idiot and drinking nothing but Gatorades and Red Bull instead of drinking water, and had heat stroke, with body armor on in 140 degree weather, and down I went. I had to learn how to talk again, but everything else worked fine. It was just my mouth. And boy, a lot of people was happy. That fool can't talk no more. Because my fight name is Boca, which means mouth in Spanish. Because when I'm fighting, I talk to my opponent. And I like to do the old Billy Jack. I like to tell him what I'm going to do to him before I do it. Do you all have a wood-burning stove? That's good. Good question. Well, me down here in Florida, besides when I was like on death's door sick, It just don't get cold enough down here for that. Not really. I mean, it may one day, but I mainly cook outside on a grill. I mean, but I could literally put the dogs in this 6x10 shed that I turned into a bunker, and with the dogs in here and my wife in here and layers of clothes in Florida, I'm not going to freeze to death. It just doesn't get that cold here. I'm able to forage all year long. That means the plants are growing all year long down here. But if I lived somewhere where it snowed and I could freeze to death, you better believe it. Go, go, go. You're not smart at all if you don't have a wood burning stove and a lot of wood. Because not if, but when the power... Just look what happened in Texas a few years ago when they lost power. And a lot of people froze to death. Why? Because they did not have a wood burning stove, or they did not have an alternate source of heat. One is none, two is one. If I lived somewhere where I could possibly freeze to death, I would have 2 dwellings in case one of them burnt down. I would be able to go to the other one. You know, if I lived the way I would really like to live, way out in the middle of nowhere, where the only way you're going to come see me is in an airplane and a parachute or a helicopter and slide down that rope. That's the way I would like to live. But I just don't have the funds for that. But I'm as close to that as I can get. But yeah, go, go, go. That is a great question. Do you all have wood burning stove? That is, if you're in a cold environment, you definitely need that. Don't depend on just one source, or, you know, you're really putting yourself at risk. 1 is none, 2 is 1. It is what it is. So, if I lived somewhere where I could freeze to death, I would have multiple sources of heat. And I definitely would have a wood burning stove. And those things are awesome anyhow, you know, because when you're using wood, it warms you up 3 times. You get warm when you chop it. You get warm when you're carrying it. And you get warm when you're burning it. So, yeah, I strongly recommend a wood burning stove if you live somewhere where you can freeze to death. Absolutely. Beyond a doubt. So, just be, you know, it's the little things that gets people. Like I said, a flat tire in the middle of nowhere with no water. A flat tire in the middle of nowhere with not enough clothing to keep from freezing to death. You know, these cell phones don't work everywhere. Like where I live, only one provider works out here. And luckily, that's the one, because we only have one cell phone that we can call out on. Because, again, you know, that stuff costs money. And, let's just say I'm a professional on living on little or no money. I help a lot of people. I have 11 grandchildren. You know how expensive Christmas is? And then my children. So, you know, I do what I can for them. But my ex-wife can most certainly give them better presents than me, and good for her and good for them. Really. I'm not jealous about it. I'm actually happy, you know. I'm happy that she's able to give them a good Christmas. That's awesome. Me, I just do what I can. I would like to spend time with them instead of just giving them something. Because to me, time is a very precious resource. I'm going hog hunting tonight. If you gonna let me go hog hunting tonight? Am I good enough yet?
I don't think so. Not just yet.
The boss said not just yet. I'm not up to it. Cause look, I maybe look. I'm still sick, but I'm getting over it. But every time I go against what she says, it ends badly for me. So I have learned that it is obvious that she is smarter than I am. And just to save me a world of hurt, I just do what she says. So, but my poor dogs, man, they ready to go hunting. I'm ready to go hunting. But luckily, Grumpy Acres, great channel, great people, sent Little Miss Prepper some lamb.
Fabulous lamb.
Some really good lamb, by the way. So, I will give that a channel recommendation. Is Grumpy Acres, great channel, great people. And the lamb that they sent my wife, wow, really good. There's still some here. She cooked some. So I've been sick, so I haven't really been able to eat that much. But so there's a lot left over from last night that she cooked that normally wouldn't be left over, but I just can't eat that much just yet. It's still not there, but I'll get there. Yeah, this lamb is, and you know, this particular lamb is the best tasting lamb I've ever tasted. Wow, they know what they're doing. So, if one of the mods could drop Grumpy Acres link, that'd be cool. I don't know how to do any of that, but if I'll give it a minute. If maybe a mod could drop Grumpy Acres link. They are awesome. Great channel. Strongly recommend it. To me, YouTube is not a competition. Now, I am being attacked by a bunch of little channels because they're jealous because I got subscribers and all. So, one could say that, well, when somebody attacks me like that, they literally just try to push me off the rails. They know I got post-traumatic stress disorder, but they don't know my nature. That they made a big mistake, because the best way to get me to do something is tell me I can't. All besides Little Miss Prepper, I'm doing what she tells me to do. But anybody else tell me I can't do it, and I'll say hold my beer, because I ain't doing that. But I'll prove you wrong. So those jokers, they try to gang up on me, try to shut down my channel, and all they did was get me more subscribers. So thank you to my haters. I appreciate you. Thank you to all the trolls for your watch time. There it is right there. Go. Just dropped Grumpy Acres Farms channel. And it's a great channel. Those people are really doing it right. They have a real solid community. They pretty much don't depend on much of nothing. I mean, they can make it on their own with their community, because they're doing it right. So you can learn stuff by watching the way they do it. And honestly, if I had the money, and if I didn't have so many ties down here in Florida, I would move up there and join that community. Okay, Mr. Martinez says, I've been diagnosed with PTSD as well. Keep up the fight and faith. Thank you. Amen. And also, you too, keep up the faith in the fight. Most people don't understand post-traumatic stress disorder, but man, it's a rough life. It is a rough life. I feel that's a big reason why we're losing 22 service members a day, because a lot of them of their post-traumatic stress disorder, and they just get tired. And so, especially now during the holidays, check on your people, man, and make sure they're doing mentally okay, and show them some love, because these, for some people, the holidays are really rough. Ask me how I know, because I'm really dealing with it right now. So check on your people, please. Make sure they're okay. And like I said, I'm gonna make this as a closure here. Just carry your EDC, your everyday carry. The best place to have your stuff is on your body. You can get separated from your bug out bag, such as if you got a go bag in your car. Well, if you get in a car crash and your car burns, well, there went that. But if it's on your body, although still carry a get home bag, absolutely, I strongly recommend that. But also carry stuff on your body, because you'll always have it. With that, Merry Christmas, everyone. Keep Christ in Christmas. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay prayed up. Stay spiritually fit. Don't just turn to God when you need Him. Turn to Him all the time. And stay ready. Stay dangerous. Keep your head on a swivel. And have a blessed day. Thank you so much.